Hey, what's up, y'all? It's T-Down TV. I know yesterday I made my video that I'm taking a break from YouTube, and I am doing that. I have it deleted off my phone. I'm not looking at YouTube at all today. But as I've been working today, I was thinking of one more video I wanted to make here before I take a break from YouTube and don't post any videos for a while and don't look at YouTube for a while. And this video is what to do during war. Of course, right now we have the situation in Ukraine where Russia is invading Ukraine, and now just yesterday or the day before, whatever, Putin is threatening nuclear war, and that threatening using, nuclear war, which is something that is a serious matter that could affect anybody worldwide. But of course, everybody knows about what is going on with the situation in Ukraine. There's so many news sources bombarding us with information. When there's situations like war, the news stations all love when that stuff happens because it's drama and FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And everybody is wanting to tune in to all these news stations, whether it be via YouTube and searching the news stations or watching TV and the news and constantly feeling like you need to keep up with every single move on what's going on with war. And the thing is that can waste a lot of time, and a lot of it is outside of your control. You're really not going to be able to do anything differently with your day-to-day life with what is going on with the war. Of course, people in Ukraine, it affects their life a lot more than somebody in a different country. Like, I'm in America, so it's not affecting my life as much. Of course, if you're in a place where there's active war going on, you're going to have to be a lot more on alert. But with Putin's recent threat that he might take the nuclear war approach, which if he does that, it could affect anybody. He could do a nuclear bomb on the U.S. and kill millions of people. They have the power to do that. And Russia, I was just reading something that they have the most nuclear weapons of anywhere in the world. It was Russia's total nuclear stockpile is larger than the United States at around 6,250 total nuclear warheads. The U.S. has more than 5,500. And with these nuclear weapons, if he decides to go that route, it could definitely affect the U.S. or any country. And the U.S. is a country that I feel like is always somehow a part of these wars, like now with Russia invading Ukraine, now the U.S. is getting involved, and the way Biden is a leader, who knows what's going to happen with that because he's pretty incompetent. But this video is just what to do during war. And I have a few things I wanted to talk about on what to do during war before I really disconnect from YouTube and social media. I'm already disconnected from social media, but just wanted to make one last video in addition to potentially a video on me doing a time-lapse run at some point this month, but I'll probably post that after April anyway, because I really need a break from social media and all the bombardment from the news. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is to get strong spiritually. Think to yourself, if you were to die today, are you going to heaven? If I am to die today, am I going to heaven? And, I'm a Christian, so I need to make sure I'm strong in my faith. Do I have a relationship with God, Jesus Christ? Have I asked to be saved by Jesus Christ and God, and to have them guide my way, and go to church, pray, read the Bible, make sure you're doing the correct things, that if you were to die today, are you going to heaven? And if you have confidence that you are going to heaven, heaven is a million times better than earth. So of course on earth, you want to be the best person that you can be, live a successful life, impact people positively, and do things to help others. One of the things is to spread the word of God and Jesus Christ if you are a Christian. But if you're confident you're going to heaven, if you've lived your life right on earth, then heaven will be a million times better and it'll be straight bliss. So if you have that confidence and that belief and a good relationship with God and you're strong-minded spiritually, then you're not really in that much of a fear of dying. And if Putin decides to do a nuclear strike on wherever you live and you die, but you go to heaven, then you go meet God and live the rest of your life, everlasting life, in a great state, and everything will be okay. So, it really creates a sense of peace when there's chaos going on in this world. And a lot of this stuff that's happening now with like nuclear threats and a lot of the different things that happen in the world do correlate with Revelation, although one of the things that I believe it does say in the Bible is to not try to, predict, when will be the end of time and things like that. So you never know, but there are a lot of similarities between what is going on in the world today, a lot of things that are going on in the world today, and what is said in Revelation for the ending of the world. So that's kind of interesting. But that's my first item or my first suggestion of what to do during war, is to get strong spiritually. I really going to focus on reading the Bible, getting strong spiritually with God, and just focusing on that so I can have peace in other areas of my life. And so that's something that I would suggest to you as well. Number 2 is focus on your life and what you can control. So the thing with the war and everything going on with Russia invading Ukraine, right now it's really just a kind of a war between Russia and Ukraine. But with Putin's threats, it could project into a lot more than just those two countries. Like some of the other countries nearby, they're already getting involved, and US is kind of getting involved, and it's starting to be a lot more of a worldwide circumstance right now. But most of us, we can't control what's going on. You can only focus on your life and what you can control. And even if you're keeping up with every step-by-step news, okay, this is happening now, okay, this is happening now, okay, this is happening now, really nothing is going to change in most of our lives. We're still going to do the same thing. We're still going to work our career. We're still going to see the same people. We're still going to do the same thing for the most part, unless, chaos erupts exactly where we are, then it could change. But until then, you're not really going to be doing anything differently. And if that does happen, of course, you'll be aware of it. And so focusing on your life and what you can control is important, so you're still getting the stuff done that you need to get done, and not just trying to keep up with everything going on with the news, because so much news is being thrown at us. And you're going to get this news one way or the other. Even if you're not looking for it, you'll get the high level news. Like, even when I'm not looking for the news, if I go on LinkedIn to check something, I'll see the news, or Google, or you might even get, we'll get now on our phones, we get notifications from Apple and stuff saying, okay, this is happening now. So if it's a major circumstance, you'll get aware of it one way or the other, or somebody that will tell you, oh, did you hear about this? Oh, no, I haven't heard about that. Okay, now I know. It's like you don't need to be following every single step-by-step situation that's happening. And I'm not trying to make a video here just based on the propaganda of the whole, situation going on in Ukraine. It's a sad situation, and a lot of people are trying to be news people, just making a bunch of videos or YouTube videos saying, oh, this is happening now, this is happening now, because they know a lot of people are going to watch it, because they have fear, uncertainty, and doubt. If something like this happens, I'm sure there's people in a lot of different countries that are not anywhere near Ukraine, US, Canada, South America, wherever, Africa, wherever, where they're thinking, oh, now that this is happening and Putin's saying that he's threatening nuclear war, that oh no, I might die, he might do nuclear, I better just stay inside and not go do anything. It's like you got to keep living your life. And so the first thing of being strong spiritually will really help you to be able to focus on your life and what you can control and be able to exit out all these external distractions. Some of this stuff I sometimes feel like is just an intentional distraction, and there's so many people that are going to be distracted by things like this Ukraine invasion, or whatever this develops to. They'll be so distracted by that and focused on it, thinking that they need to be focused on it every second of the day, every day, and they're not getting anything done. So if you can be somebody that can exit out those distractions or cancel those distractions and just focus on your life and progressing in your life and being the best person you can be, help other people in your life, and not let those distractions affect you, you're going to have that much more of an edge on everybody that's so distracted by everything that's going on constantly. So that's the second thing, is to focus on your life and what you can control. And the third thing is avoid social media and delete social media. Like I said, you'll get the news somehow, whether it be Google or your phone giving you the notification of important news. You'll get the news somehow. You don't need social media to be able to keep track of every step of the news. So, like I mentioned in my previous video, I already have my Facebook deleted, Instagram deleted. I'm sure on like Facebook, people are constantly posting stuff about all this and their opinions on it, the news, thinking everybody needs to know every single step of the way, every second of the day, what's going on with stuff like this. And haven't had Facebook for a while. I've never liked Facebook, and I'm sure they're throwing a bunch of bad ads and things that are detrimental to people's mental health on Facebook and Instagram, and even Snapchat's throwing ads all the time. I need to remove that as soon as possible here as well. And then YouTube is constantly throwing out news, so that's another reason why I am not going on YouTube. I've been wanting to take a break from all social media for a while, but with like news like this of a war, then there's just constant news, and then you start watching one thing, then you start watching another thing. Like I remember like last week I was watching, okay, now this is going on with Russia invading Ukraine. And then, okay, now I'm interested, Vladimir Putin. I want to know more about Vladimir Putin and how more about his life. And I watched like some documentary about his life on YouTube. And you just start watching all this stuff, go down a rabbit hole of wasted time. So if you have social media deleted and you're avoiding social media, it's going to help to be able to focus on your life and what you can control. So those are just a few things I wanted to talk about in this video about what to do during war. I thought it was relevant prior to me disconnecting from YouTube to make one video here on the situation with Russia invading Ukraine and Putin's recent threat of nuclear war. You know, hopefully that doesn't happen. Fingers crossed, hopefully that doesn't happen. But you got to focus on what you can control and just keep living your life. You're going to get the news somehow. Focus on what you can control. And I hope you all stay blessed. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon. Peace.